Hey guys, Bob. You can follow me on Twitter at SpideyGoSwip. I'm here for the Digital Escapist Network, also on Twitter at DigiEscapeNet. We have a new show for you. It's called Bob and Juan Spoil On. It's a show about review discussions. Today we have Life is Strange. Now, I don't want to hear no bitching and moaning, because spoil is in the title. So if you have any interest in Life is Strange and plan on playing it, then this video is not for you. So get the hell out of here, because we're going to spoil the hell out of it. Last warning, there'll be spoilers ahead. So how are you, Everflow?
I'm doing good, man. How's it going?
It's going alright. It's going alright. Um, so like I said, this is a new show, so we're not really sure what the hell we're doing right here. But Life is Strange. I guess we can start by giving our first impressions of it. Maybe how'd you find out about this game?
Uh,
Did you think you was gonna like it right away, or did you see someone play it and maybe you're like, hey, maybe I should check this out?
so the way I found out about this game was, interestingly enough, it was in the early days of the Kind of Funny Facebook page. There was like
Mhm.
maybe 200 or 300 of us, and like I saw 3 or 4 people posting about it. Life is Strange, and they were like, "I'm excited to play this," and I was like, "The fuck is that?" And so I looked it up, and I saw the trailer, and I was like, "Man, that looks really cool." And it's an episodic game. I was into all the Telltale stuff, so maybe I'll be into this. And I played the first episode, and holy shit, man! It blew me away.
Yeah.
And only set up the rest of the episodes to further
Now,
blow me away.
now, see, I'm kind of same way, except like mine was more like I think I might have seen a trailer for it and seen it was like a choose your own adventure type thing, and then through kind of funny again, but this was seeing Greg Miller play it
Okay.
thing. I'm like, I can get into that. I can get into that, and I liked it so much. I was so pissed that it was a episodic thing, because then you're just like waiting and waiting
8 to 12
and
weeks in between each episode.
yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't like I was like, okay, we're doing these once a month. No, it was like, well, we'll announce it like a week before it comes out or something. It's like you guys are assholes. But yeah, like I, well, I guess that's pretty much it. But so I guess we can get our dislikes out the way
All right. Well,
first.
um,
You got
honestly, I was sitting here racking my brain trying to think what do I dislike about this game, and the biggest thing that I could come up with is also one of the biggest pros, and that's the dialogue. Like the dialogue in this game is so awesome, but at the same time, you got lines like "you got hella cash"
it.
and shit like that, and "get your punk ass." Nobody's gonna miss your punk ass.
Well, you have to remember this game was set in like 2012 or 2013.
That was only 2 years ago, and I never
I
said.
don't know.
I mean,
But
it is in Washington
yeah,
and
they're
stuff
on the
like
West
that.
Coast, so it's like a
Yeah.
West Coast thing.
So that's literally the only con I could think of that I
See,
didn't like about the game.
see, I already think we fucked up. So don't you think we should have told them a little bit about what this game was?
You want to start over?
No, no, we'll just play it in right now because we fucked up. Sorry, but Life is Strange is about a teenage girl, Max. She finds out she can rewind time. There's this missing girl. She goes crazy. Um, two moons, dead whales, all kind of craziness. Tornado. I don't know what the hell was going on. It was weird.
I, I
But anyways, um, my dislikes, like especially for the there's a couple ones. Well, I believe it was. Let me see if I can remember correctly. Hold on, let me just look at this little note real fast. Okay, so it would have been at the end of the third episode. Um, where you like you go back in time, save
Chloe.
Chloe's dad or whatever, and then you come back and she's like a paraplegic,
Hmm.
you know. And then the first what was it? The first little bit of the fourth episode, the dark room, is where you're like talking to her and stuff. Like I didn't think they spent enough time there, really. Like I wanted to spend more time in there, like, but it was whatever. Now another thing is it has to do with Polarized, the last episode. I thought the second half of that was weird, and it wasn't like anything you ever did, and
Right,
any
we have to
out
go
of
through
it was
that
good.
maze and
Yeah, that
not
was
get seen and stuff like
yeah,
that.
and like that stuff to me that didn't really have to do with like her rewinding time. That was more like a psychological thing going on in her head, and I didn't understand how that all worked together. I also thought most of the secondary characters were crap. Um,
Really?
yeah, most of them. Warren's cool, Kate's cool. Um, but then, who was that goth chick? Angie? Like, she's worthless. She did
Oh,
nothing.
the big chick, right?
Yeah, she did nothing. Um, Veronica's a bitch. I didn't really like most of them. And then they just kind of disappeared. You know,
Yeah.
like you're doing all
In
you're
Polarized,
doing.
they all disappeared.
Yeah, and you're doing all the stuff to work up. Then they're just gone. It's like the last episode is like, well, I see Veronica tied up on the floor, and that's all.
Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria, whatever. That's fucking whatever. Um, and the other thing I didn't like was the villain, Mr. Jefferson, that asshole.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he was like. See, like what I was thinking was, I was like, okay, so Mr. Jefferson's doing all this stuff. I'm thinking like, well, maybe how was it? Nathan? Nathan, right? Was that his name?
Yeah, Nathan
Like,
Prescott.
yeah, he maybe he had the same ability as me, and somehow he's like traveling his older self back in time and stuff, and like, but no, he's just this weird dude, man. Like, and he was saying some of the stupidest stuff, like, and it was really cliche because like, well, I'm gonna tell you what my master plan was because you're gonna die. Um,
Yeah,
but I thought he was kind of weak. Like, I was expecting something maybe a little grander, you
I
know.
can see that. And
But
that's not necessarily a con on my end, but yeah, I can definitely see where it does fall a little bit into cliche territories.
and then I don't know about you, but I'm gonna say maybe from the third episode on, I encountered some bugs. Like, nothing really breaking the game, just stupid stuff like rendering issues and um like what was it in the last in Polarized, like my rewind time, like swirly doodad got stuck. Like I could still rewind time and stuff, but like it wasn't like showing me where I was in a little timeline. Then it just became like a gray square. I'm like, okay, that's whatever.
That's funny.
But that's about it. Like overall, like, yeah, that's about it. Now, how about the stuff that you liked?
Oh, here we go. All
Hmm.
right. So how do you want to do this? You want to trade back and forth, or?
Well, I think some of our stuff might be the same, so then we can just,
All right. So
you know what I mean?
first off, the aesthetic, like the entire aesthetic of the game being
Like the art style.
the setting, the art style, the music. I fucking loved it, dude.
Oh, I thought the music was excellent. Like especially like that first song, that little like acoustic, like soft rocky.
It was all like indie kind of,
Yeah.
it was awesome. I loved all of that. That was like what blew me away in the first place was just like, wow, this is really cool. It's something really
Yeah,
different.
the music is. I like the music a lot. I also like the art style, like the like almost watercolory,
Hmm.
pastel-y type
Yeah, very much.
art, like almost like a painting looking thing. But yeah, I really like that. Like,
The word I
uh,
would use, and pun intended, maybe, is picturesque.
picturesque, yeah.
It's very
Mhm.
picturesque.
Mhm. Um, and like as far as like the voice actors go, I should look up their names, but I really dug Max and Chloe's
Chloe's
uh,
especially.
voice actors.
Yeah, Chloe's
Um,
especially. Even though she had some of the, I guess everybody had cringeworthy lines throughout the game.
yeah, but I mean, like you got to think about their teenage kids and a few years ago on the West Coast,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But yeah, I thought they did a real good job. Like I thought they stood out to me anyways over the other voice actors. Yeah, I thought Chloe was excellent. I thought she was excellent. One other thing I really liked, and like I really think you only get a grasp of it is if you're reading like every email, all the journals and all that stuff, all the pop culture references.
Yeah.
Like they talk about Back to the Future, Time Cop, uh, Planet of the Apes. There was oh man, oh I think Chloe whenever they're busting into the principal's office, she calls Max Lupin,
Hmm.
like from Lupin the Third, like an old anime show about a thief. And I love that the little pop culture.
Hayao Miyazaki, man.
Yeah, man. I like them little pop culture references.
Yeah, that's the world building is another thing that I
Hmm.
feel like was like you were mentioning, stuff that you never had to encounter, like all the little photo opportunities that you got in every episode,
Yeah.
and then also like you said, you could read the text messages,
Yeah, yeah. It was
like
cool. Then the journal, man. Like as soon as I did something, I go back and flip through that journal and read the new entry of
like
what she.
one part that sticks out to me is when you're in that labyrinth and like all this shit's fucked up and you're getting like you get like a text message from somebody and like I read the message and then I saw that I had unread messages from a ton of people
Yeah,
and it's just people telling you like thanks a lot for killing me and like all this
uh,
and that and then there's like
the
you know
dog,
that
the
drug
dog,
dealer, yeah, the
yeah, the
dog,
dog.
exactly, the dog, he's like you come near my owner again I'll fucking kill you. I was
Yeah.
like damn.
But
Yeah, the dog.
another thing I really liked at the end of the game is how they reminded you about like a lot of your choices, like with them
Yeah,
little dioramas, you
yeah.
know, and like you like it'd be all dark, you'd walk up and then they'd light up, and like I thought that was really really cool. Now I'm just gonna know what their likes and dislikes. I have some choices written down. I just want to ask you a couple of things. Did you report Nathan
Yeah,
and Chris Bliss?
yeah,
Alright.
definitely.
Did you comfort Victoria with the paint?
Yeah, so one like what I liked about it, another this is also adds goes hand in hand with one of my pros is the rewind feature because it's basically a get out of jail free card.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
you make a tough decision and you're like, oh shit, I don't like how that turned out. Let me rewind that and go right back to it. So what I
You
did
see,
was I was a bitch to her and spilt the paint and like said go
took the
fuck
picture.
yourself.
Then you
Yeah,
take a picture of her or
yeah,
something?
you take a picture of her and you tell her to go fuck her selfie or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, but then I was like, damn, that's fucked up. So, and I was like, so that
See,
might come back to haunt me. So I
uh-huh.
rewinded time and I was nice to her, even though she was
Like,
still a bitch. But
uh,
you know,
like one thing about that rewinding time thing. I wish they would have gave you a limited amount to make your choices more
meaningful.
meaningful. Like you think more say like, oh, I don't like that choice. I'm gonna see how this goes out. Rewind, do the other one, and then rewind. Like, I think you should only get like one, like for the big choices, one rewind.
I could see
Then
that for the big choices, but like as far as there were there were some puzzles that I'm glad that it had unlimited rewind. Like I
oh
believe
yeah,
it's
like with
episode
the bird
three.
and stuff, and
I think it's episode three when you're sneaking out of the dorm at night to go meet up with Chloe,
hmm
and
I love
the principal's like drunk
it. Yeah.
because and I don't know how it happened in your playthrough, but in my playthrough, Kate killed herself, and
Nope,
so
nope. See, nope. I saved Kate.
we'll see.
You're a piece of shit.
I couldn't save Kate, right? I ignored her call, and
Oh no, I answered.
I didn't protect her from David whenever he was confronting her and stuff like that. So yeah, she just jumped off the fucking cliff, the
Just
school.
yeah. Now see, I
She
see.
just jumped off the fucking school, and but the principal that next night he's like beating himself up over it, and he's like at a door he's drunk,
Yeah, he's trying to get into like his little
and
house
it
thing
took
or
me like
something.
the longest fucking time to figure out that you have to rewind and go while he's knocking on the door.
Yeah, so pretty much you got to get as close as you can to the door and like rewind because like you can move, but then you can rewind time, but then you're at like where you were standing,
Exactly.
not where you was when you rewound.
Right. Exactly.
That was cool. I like that little thing, especially when you're breaking into his office.
Right.
Cause
Right. And
I
you,
was like, how the heck are you supposed to do this?
yeah.
The alarms are coming, and the alarms are going off. Then I was in his room. Then I was like, I'm gonna rewind, and I was like, oh, that's cool, man. That's
It was a
cool.
really cool game design, adding the rewind power.
Yeah, for the most part, I think. Like I said, some of the stuff I wish it would have been like when Kate's on the roof. Did you even have any chance to talk to her, or did she just jump?
Yeah, yeah. I was talking to her and like I kind of talked her down a bit, but it wasn't enough. You know, I was saying the right things, but like based on how I hadn't been there for her phone call, I didn't protect her from David, shit like that. She just it was too much for her,
All
which
right.
which made it like all the more heartbreaking. Like another again, this just segues right into another one of my pros is whereas you said you didn't like the side characters, I absolutely
I said
loved the side
I said
characters.
most of them.
Like the
Like Warren and Kate, I liked.
I felt like the character
Everybody
development
else was like,
for the main characters, I felt like the character development was phenomenal. I felt like you really got to know who Kate was. She was like that churchy kid that got, you
hmm
know, screwed into doing something. Nate was that rich boy that thought he could get away with murder and he thought he was a tough guy, you know, when he was really just a snob with money. You know, Victoria was the troubled girl who took out
hmm
her angst by being mean to others. And
then
you had
then like Angie, oh that girl, that goth girl.
But even
I,
like characters like Dana, Dana was cool.
yeah, but
And
but then like you only really messed with them like maybe the definitely the first episode, maybe a little bit into the second, and it was gone. Like yeah, you ran into him again, but then it was like I enjoyed like going through was that Dana's room where
yeah,
like she had an abortion and stuff.
hmm
Like going through her shit, finding the pregnancy test, and like getting bitched at and rewinding time, and like reading her computer and stuff.
hmm
Then and telling that one person that the dude cheating on I don't know I can't remember what the hell everybody's names
yeah,
was.
yeah. Whenever you get to the when you see the email between the girl and that guy,
Uh-huh.
and you tell her that she's cheating on him, yeah, that was really cool. So, but the character development. So yeah, I actually felt bad when Kate jumped off the building. Is what this was all leading into. Coming, yeah, like I legitimately, I was like, oh man, I wish I could have saved her.
Yeah, yeah, and like I was telling you before, like I want to say the next episode, the first thing you do, you're in the hospital with her talking. You know what I mean?
And
She's in
see,
there in the bed, like and like where's it at here? Um, that would have had to been answer Kate call, blah blah blah.
that's episode 3 because she jumps off at the end of episode 2.
I'm actually missing something, but I thought it was like, oh, you told, all right then, that's out of time. Told Kate to go, please answer Kate's call. I don't know, but yeah, you had this conversation with her. Chloe went with you. She's sitting out in the hallway. She's like, and Chloe's like, well, that was the right thing for you to do is to answer that phone. She's like, I know I bitched at you about it, but
See, for me, the beginning of episode 3 was like people putting candles outside of the dorm with a picture of Kate, and yeah, it was like you know people were mourning for her, and I was like, fuck, man, I caused this, and I have to get called into the principal's office, and they have to you know talk to me because I was the last person that had you know communication with Kate. It was it was quite different, man, and I legitimately felt like sad that I couldn't save Kate. And like the thing is, between episodes 2 and 3, I'd kind of forgotten about it. You know, I believe in that time, what was it? Batman had come out, or The Witcher. One of those two had come
probably
out.
Rocket League was running around.
It might have been Rocket League. Something made me forget about Life is Strange for just a short while,
hmm
and it might have been Bloodborne, to be honest.
And the Bloodborne came out way before. Pretty
Yeah, you're
sure.
right.
That was
Yeah,
the
you're
beginning
right.
of the year.
You're right. Well, anyway, the
Oh, yeah,
point is,
well, yeah. Go ahead. Finish up.
I had gotten distracted from Life is Strange, and I had completely forgotten that you know that I made that really impactful choice, and so I come into episode 2, I'm like, oh shit, I remember, and all those feelings of like regret and angst came back, and I was like, damn,
hmm Now, okay. Now, since we're talking about the beginning of episode 3, um, I think that had probably like my favorite part in the whole game is whenever they bust into the swimming pool.
yeah, that
That
was awesome.
was yeah, that was really I really liked that. That was very like them two getting back together, like really probably the first time getting down, just being them. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
instead of like searching for this Rachel chick, um, trying to shoot. the drug dealer with gun had no bullets in it.
So did you try to shoot him?
Fuck yeah, I did.
I did too. Yeah, I did too.
But
So, but yeah, that just goes like that swimming pool moment sticks out because yeah, that just goes to show the character development, man. It just goes back to the amazing character development. That, like you said, it's them being themselves. You never actually get a glimpse. Well, you kind of do when you go back in time to see it when they were kids, but you never really get a glimpse of as to how they were before, you
yeah.
know.
Mhm.
So that was
Yeah,
really cool to
and
see.
like I got the feeling that like at that time that it was like almost like Max never left, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it was just like them just being BFFs. Now, did you kiss her?
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. Okay, I did. There ain't really nothing else going on in 3, so we'll go to the dark room, episode 4.
I just gotta say, man, holy shit! Did you kill Chloe?
Yep.
I did too, dude. I cried. I will be 100%
I
honest
didn't
with you.
cry. I was
Well,
sad.
like, I guess, I have my personal reasons as to why that might have hit me a little harder. But yeah, dude, that hit me like a fucking ton of bricks, and I was like, damn, that's some powerful stuff, man. You don't nod, you sons of bitches. You know what you're doing here.
Yeah, man, like, yeah, I did. I did. Um, did you like the reveal of Mr. Jefferson? Or
Yeah,
is it?
yeah. I like the way that it was done as well. Like, the party scene was pretty cool, where you're looking for Nate. Because it legitimately makes you think that it's Nate, like it's in Nate's house. I mean, not in Nate's house, but the property is owned by his grandpa or something like that.
Well, yeah, it's family and stuff.
Yeah, and
See, that's what I was thinking, like I was saying earlier about like maybe he has that ability too. He just got it later or whatever, and he's like, well, I'm gonna go back and fuck with these people. But
well, they do a pretty good job of like, I mean, it's kind of a cop out, but at the same time, it's not where they kind of humanize Nate as well. Like Nate, you see him as this fucking asshole throughout the entire series, and then at the end, they're like, he was just a kid, and he was manipulated just as much as anybody else. So
I did kind of like as soon as I walked into that little basement thing, my first thought was girl with the dragon tattoo. I'm like,
that did catch
yeah, they fucking.
vibes from that.
There ain't really nothing going on. So now we'll talk about the last episode, probably the most important decision that you make.
Yeah. Okay.
What did you do?
I
Did you?
I sacrificed Chloe, man.
Did you?
Yeah, I sacked
Same
off
here.
Chloe.
I couldn't do it, man. I could not do it. Like going through all this shit with her, seeing her get freaking popped in the head
Several
by
times.
Mr. Jefferson,
Mhm.
like happened to kill her. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't doing it again. Like especially like the way I watched some reviews and stuff, and everybody's saying that that's the bad ending. That ain't the ending they wanted you to pick. I'm like, bullshit. They like right before you get to make a decision, they walk you through them dioramas. You know what I mean? Showing you like this is my girl, like all the things you had to go through to
Yeah,
save this girl.
that makes the decision
Like,
all that more like impactful.
but Chloe's my bae. You know, she's my bae. And I'm like,
The
well,
actress is.
and I'm like, Arcadia Bay is a fucking shithole town, man. There's a couple good people in it, like, and it's like, yeah, I'll sacrifice all them people. Sorry, Kate. Sorry, Warren. Freaking David.
The mom
Yeah, Joyce. Yeah, doesn't
and
really feel.
Joyce.
Yeah, I don't really feel nothing for her. Like, whatever. She makes bomb ass waffles. Cool.
Well, see, like
But
I feel like the dioramas kind of help push me in the other direction because she says so herself. She says the whole reason this is happening is because I should have died, and this is nature's way of trying to counterbalance my death, all the different times that I should have died. And so who's to say that that wouldn't continue happening?
well, that's fine, man. That's whatever. Like even Max says at the end, you are my number one priority right now. You're the only thing I'm worried about. That
Yeah.
wasn't like a choice. That was something that they wrote in there and stuff. Like I said, that freaking a couple
You
people.
tearing up on me, Bob?
No, I was scratching my eye.
Sure.
Shut up. A couple people were saving, but like you got you. You got David. He's a fucking dickhead. An ass.
But at the
An
end, he ends up
asshat.
saving you.
Yeah, so what? Who fuck cares? He's a fucking weirdo.
So, did you let him kill
Yeah.
Jefferson? You
Yep.
did? I didn't.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
did, like, just to see what would happen, but then I rewinded and
Nah, I left it. I left it. He killed my bae. But well, I want to say that girl, the girl's Angie, that goth girl, that bigger girl. Like, she wasn't gonna do nothing because I was always saving her from getting fucking knocked in the head by something. Like,
yeah.
she wasn't gonna last.
What about the
You
guy
know?
that, what about the janitor? What was his name? Tom?
I don't know. He was weird.
The janitor was weird as fuck. What about him, man? Like,
No, man, he was weird. Like, I swear that's like he was a creepy dude.
so that just
Like
nullifies him from being worth saving?
he was like, Samuel likes squirrels.
Samuel, that was his name. Samuel.
He always say like he was always talking about himself in third person. Like, you're fucking weird, dude. Um, but yeah, it's like, fuck that place. It's a shithole. It's a fucking black hole. Nothing good was happening there
That's
when I
true.
was.
That's true.
So I was like,
So
fuck.
when it ends, it hit me like really hard again because Chloe dies.
Yeah.
Chloe resigns herself to being dead. And so what you have to do is you go back to the point in the first episode when you're in the restroom,
Yeah.
and Max takes that picture of that blue butterfly on the mop bucket,
Uh-huh.
and that's whenever Nathan comes in and you relive the whole scene, except you know how at the very beginning you see Chloe dying.
Yeah.
Well, you see it again, except this time Max can't, like, she's just like sitting there, like, in the fetal position, basically, just helpless, and that hit me, dude. That was like, fuck, that's rough. And then like it ends off at Chloe's funeral, which is fine. But what hit me most is just seeing Max just curled up in the fetal position, knowing that she can help, but it would just start everything all over again.
Yeah, but the thing is, like here's the way I think about it is why I think like it's all about Chloe. This game is all about Chloe, like really. But like it's like you got them power for whatever reason to save her. Honestly, so you reach out, even though you didn't know it was her at the time. Like, and it's probably subconsciously, the universe, whatever, knew what was going on. When she reaches out to stop it, that's the first time she can rewind time is to save Chloe. So I don't see, like, I don't know, man.
That's true.
I think that's the way.
That's true. So what happens in the other ending?
Well, I want to go back and talk about the supposed good ending where you sacrifice Chloe. People say that it ends on a cliffhanger with that butterfly landing on her casket.
Yeah, the same exact butterfly, and it just shows Max smiling.
Yeah, but it's like, how's that a cliffhanger? How's that going to lead into
I don't think it's
another
a it's not a cliffhanger. I think it's more of Max, like the butterfly is a representation of Chloe.
Yeah, probably.
And so like Max sees that, and she's like, okay, everything is going, like Chloe's still with me, even though she's not.
Then it's like, well, as far as I know, because I guess Chloe was in that school before.
Right, she got expelled.
But I mean, yeah, you got Warren coming, which will be coming for Max. Kate too, but then I see Veronica in the background. Like, what the hell is she doing?
Victoria.
But yeah, I don't know why the hell I keep calling her Veronica.
Well, because she wasn't like I said, she wasn't a bad person. She was just troubled, and she took out her angst and her problems as coming off as a bitch.
But okay, to the like I sacrifice Arcadia, but you see a tornado going to the town, and like there wasn't really that there's more to the other ending. Pretty much like Chloe got to do what she wanted to do. Like, she was trying to leave Arcadia Bay. Her and Max are like in her truck. Max is kind of like all sad and shit. But you're driving by and like I don't think everybody's dead, or they could have been dead, because you got the diner that everybody's in. It looks exactly the same as it did. Like, it wasn't destroyed or nothing. So people was in there, they're alive. I don't give a shit. Like, they didn't get crushed or nothing. The things out of the roof. But no, it's just like the ending was them in the car and they stop right before the sign that says like you're leaving Arcadia Bay. They look at each other, give a little smile, and just drive.
Right. Okay.
And I was like, yeah.
I mean, I can see it, but
Like I said, Clay's my bae, man. My bae.
Yeah.
I went through too much to lose
I mean,
her.
that is true. It is kind of like you're throwing everything away, but at the same time,
And another thing is, I was kind of thinking like, whenever Max finds Warren use that picture the night of the party to stop Chloe from going in there, Max is like, I ain't gonna remember none of this. You know what I'm saying, right? I ain't gonna
right,
remember this
right, made
stuff.
me believe it. Yeah.
And it's like, so to me, it's like whenever she would rewind to the butterfly picture, she she forgot everything that she did. All that shit.
No, no,
Why
like
not? Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it work the same?
no. No, because that's her. That's like her conscious, right? So whenever she goes into another, there were alternate realities that she was creating. Whenever she would go into another alternate reality, she would maintain her consciousness. It's whenever she left that she said, "What the me that stays here is going to forget this because it's not me." But her consciousness was there. That's
Yeah,
why,
yeah, but
because
it's like,
I saw the ending, man. I saw how she is like knows that it's Chloe dying. She knows
I
that
know that,
she has
but
to
what I don't
fix all
understand
that.
is like whenever Max gets back from stopping them from going to the into the party, Chloe has to remind her of all this stuff, of what Max told her to do. Why wouldn't she remember that? Because it's her consciousness.
No, because then she went back to when she was tied up in the chair.
No, no, she didn't because
hmm
no.
After she went back to stop Chloe from going after Nathan Prescott, that's when she tells Chloe about all the stuff that's happening, how she had a killer and all this other stuff and then
No,
she
because no, she
goes
never.
back into being in the chair.
No, no, I don't think so because right after that is whenever she's like, okay, I did everything you said. I
She goes back into being in the chair, and that's whenever
we stayed somewhere, blah blah blah. They got arrested, blah blah blah.
no. She goes back to being in the chair, and then that's whenever Mr. Jefferson comes in, and that's whenever you have to do that whole sequence where you have to find a way to stop him from injecting you and get a way to get David in there without him being attacked by Mr.
Yeah.
Jefferson. So, and then after you escape there is whenever you get into Mr. Jefferson's car and drive all the way to the lighthouse, which is where, or no, you drive to the Two Wells Diner, which is where.
Which is where you get the photo for her to go back to the party.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're
See?
right. Yeah,
I'm right.
good call.
Jeez. Arguing. But anyways, we kind of ranted a little bit about stuff. So your verdict? I say the verdict. Uh, buy or no? That's it. We don't.
Buy or don't buy?
Yeah.
Definitely buy.
Yeah. Get it. Get it.
Definitely. Honestly, I can say it's one of my top 5 games of the year, comfortably.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And I say buy it, especially if you like the Telltale type stuff, like the choose your own adventure, like your choices have consequences type stuff.
Yeah,
But
this is on Walking Dead season 1 level.
it's
Telltale
really
season
good.
1.
It's really good. It's a really good game. But I think that's it for the very first episode of Bob and Juan Spoil On. Um, let us know your thoughts. Let us know the choices you made in the comments. If you liked it, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Um, until next time, we will talk to yins later.
Peace.